Imagine a house, bathed in the eerie glow of the moonlight. The only sound is the distant hoot of an owl. It's an ordinary house, nestled comfortably on a quiet suburban street. But within its walls, an unsettling silence prevails. Our protagonist, alone in this ominous stillness, feels a chill creeping up his spine. The house, once a sanctuary, now seems to hold a sinister secret. The lights flicker intermittently, as if playing a cruel, spectral game. A chilling draft sweeps through the rooms, carrying with it a sense of dread. The protagonist can't shake off the feeling of being watched, of something lurking in the dark corners. The clock ticks on, each second echoing in the ominous silence. The protagonist's heart pounds in rhythm with the ticking, matching the intensity of the escalating fear. Suddenly the phone rings, piercing the silence. But who could be calling at this hour? Slowly, with a sense of dread, our protagonist reaches for the ringing phone. The sound slices through the stillness of the house, each ring amplifying the pulsating fear in their heart. The phone feels cold, alien, as if it holds a secret from another world. They swallow hard, clearing their throat before pressing the receiver to their ear. A raspy voice, like sandpaper against stone, seeps through the speaker. The words it forms are like icicles, sharp and chilling, causing our protagonist's blood to run cold. "Beware," it warns. "There's something in the house." The voice is a nightmarish whisper, a spectral echo that turns their sanctuary into a house of horrors. Their heart pounds in their chest, each beat a drum of terror in the quiet house. They try to speak, to question this mysterious harbinger, but their throat tightens with fear. The line goes dead. And then, a slow, ominous creak echoes from upstairs. Armed with nothing but their courage, they decide to investigate the noise upstairs. Their heart thumps like a war drum in their chest, a primal rhythm that underscores their fear. Each step they take on the creaky staircase is a delicate dance with danger. The darkness of the upper floor swallows them whole. The familiar surroundings morph into a labyrinth of fear, where every corner shrouds a potential threat. The air hangs heavy, as if charged with a sinister energy that prickles their skin and sends shivers down their spine. The whispers are faint, almost imperceptible, yet they echo in the stillness, wrapping the protagonist in a symphony of dread. They seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once, a spectral chorus that fills the air with palpable terror. The whispers grow louder, more insistent, their words indecipherable but their intent clear. They are not alone. Out of the corner of their eye they catch glimpses of shadows that shouldn't exist. Shadows that move and shift of their own accord, darting in and out of sight like specters in the night. They are fleeting and elusive, yet their presence is as real as the fear that grips the protagonist. As they navigate through the house, every creak, every rustle, every whisper feeds their fear. The unseen presence is relentless, a constant companion in this dance of terror. It watches, it waits, it whispers, and it moves in the shadows, a spectral stalker in this chilling game of cat and mouse. And then, without warning, a door slams shut behind them. The sound ricochets off the walls, shattering the silence and sending their heart into overdrive. The unseen presence has made its move, a chilling reminder that in this house they are not alone. Suddenly a door slams shut behind them. They are not alone. They are trapped, their heart pounding like a drum in their chest. In the deafening silence, they stumble upon a dusty box hidden away in the corner of the room. The box, worn by time, holds within it a world of forgotten memories. They pull out old photographs, faces from the past, staring back, their eyes filled with a melancholy that chills the spine. These are people they do not recognize, their smiles frozen in time under a layer of dust and decay. Among the photos, a diary emerges. Its leather cover, cracked and faded, whispers tales of years gone by. The protagonist, driven by a morbid curiosity, opens it to find entries scrawled in a hurried hand. Each page is a window into a past steeped in darkness, a stark contrast to the serene facade of the house. The entries speak of strange occurrences, of shadows that move on their own, of whispers in the silence, and of an unseen presence that looms over the house. The protagonist feels a shiver run down their spine as they read the entries. Each one is more disturbing than the last, painting a picture of a house haunted by its past. They speak of a specter, a lingering soul trapped within the walls of the house, its cries echoing through the halls in the dead of night. The protagonist's heart pounds louder with each word, each sentence, each page. The diary, once a simple collection of memories, now feels like a grim warning from the past. The words seem to come alive, painting a horrifying image of a malevolent entity that once roamed the house, its presence a chilling reminder of the house's dark past. The air grows colder, the silence deeper. The protagonist can almost hear the whisper of the specter, feel its cold breath on their neck. The diary slips from their shaking hands, falling open to a page marked with a single chilling word: beware. As they flip through the diary, a blood-curdling scream echoes through the house. Dropping the diary, they run towards the source of the scream. The scent of dread permeates the air, a chilling contrast to the otherwise mundane setting. As they race down the hallway, the once familiar surroundings take on a sinister hue. The house, once their sanctuary, now a treacherous maze of shadows and chilling whispers. Suddenly they skid to a halt. There it is. A spectral figure, its form barely visible, yet its presence unmistakable. It's like a wisp of smoke, a ghastly mirage flickering in the gloom. The air grows colder, their breaths become shallow, and their heart thumps wildly in their chest like a panicked bird. The figure drifts closer, its movement as fluid as silk on the wind. A cold, hollow laugh echoes around them, the sound reverberating off the walls and drilling into their skull. It's a cruel sound, full of malice, full of intent, full of terror. They turn to flee, but the entity blocks their path. The figure, now more distinct, seems to glow with an eerie, ethereal light. Its eyes, two black voids, bore into them, its gaze as sharp as icicles. Their skin prickles, their pulse races, their mind screams at them to escape, but their body refuses to obey. Fear has them in its icy grip, paralyzing them, trapping them. Suddenly, a voice rings out, a soft whisper that seems to cut through the tension like a knife. It's a plea, a demand, a command. The entity, momentarily taken aback, flickers uncertainly. Their heart pounds in their chest, their breath comes in ragged gasps, their eyes dart around the room, desperate for a way out. And then, just when they think they're about to succumb to the terror, just when they think it's the end, a new sound pierces the silence. Footsteps. Gradual at first, but growing louder, closer, a glimmer of hope sparks within them, a faint yet potent ember in the darkness. Just as they think it's the end, a mysterious figure steps into the room. Frozen in fear, they watch as the figure confronts the ghostly apparition. The figure, a shadowy silhouette in the dim light, steps forward, a sense of purpose radiating from them. With a voice that reverberates through the room, they address the spectral presence. It's a startling revelation. This figure, this unexpected savior, is a spirit who once resided within these very walls. Once a living, breathing entity, now an ethereal guardian, a protector from the other side. The house, it seems, has its own secrets, its own history, its own defenders. The spirit speaks, their voice a resonating echo from a time long past. They tell a tale of their life, of the love they had for this house, and the peaceful days they spent within it. Their words are a stark contrast to the sinister energy the malevolent entity exudes. They confront the entity, their voice steady, their resolve unyielding. With each word, the malevolent entity seems to shrink back, its power waning under the spirit's conviction. The spirit's determination is palpable, their words a protective barrier against the malevolent entity's malicious intent. In this moment of distraction, the protagonist seizes the opportunity. They break free from their paralyzing fear, their survival instincts kicking in. They turn on their heels and race towards the exit, their heart pounding in their chest, their breath ragged and frantic. The spirit continues to hold the entity at bay, their voice never wavering, their resolve never faltering. The protagonist bursts through the front door, the chilling night air a harsh contrast to the stifling atmosphere inside. They pause for a moment, gasping for breath, their bodies shaking from the adrenaline rush. They look back at the house, the once familiar structure now a haunting silhouette against the dark sky. As they flee the house, they feel a sense of relief wash over them, but they will never forget the night they were home alone. As they step away from the house, the ghostly figure of the spirit fades away, their job done, their peace restored. The nightmarish ordeal is over, but its memory will linger, a chilling reminder of the night they faced their darkest fears.